They feel empty. Do narcissists care that you're no longer with them? Don't they feel empty? Do narcissists really care that you're not with them anymore? Have you ever thought about what an ego thinks when you leave? Do they feel a pang of sorrow, or does their air of indifference hide the emptiness that's real? For people who have dealt with narcissists, these questions are scary. You gave your time, love, and energy, but it was all for nothing. You felt invisible and useless. However, there is a catch. Narcissists often hide their feelings by acting detached, and they often can't even admit these feelings to themselves, let alone other people. Do they still care that you're not there? Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal the depths of their emotional world and the problems they encounter when you're not around. It's not enough to just understand narcissists. This is about giving you power. We'll talk more about their inner chaos, their desperate attempts to fill the hole, and most importantly, the steps you can take to heal and move on when we're done. Don't skip a beat. Come with me as I look into the mind of a narcissist. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this movie with anyone who might find it useful. Let's get started. The world around narcissists is carefully set up to satisfy their endless need for power, approval, and approval. Every interaction, every connection, is a carefully planned act that helps them keep up a fragile sense of self. You were a key part of this well-rehearsed dance when you were in their lives. You were an important emotional source for them, whether they knew it or not. You fed their fragile ego and eased the fears they never let anyone see. Your love, attention, and even your anger were all used to boost their already inflated sense of self. What will happen when you're not there to play the part? What will happen when the steady flow of approval you gave stops? They might look calm or even happy at first glance. They might put on a face of indifference or smug satisfaction to act like your leaving hasn't affected them at all. But there's something much scarier going on underneath that mask. Your absence upsets the fake world they've made. It leaves a hole in their lives that they can't avoid. Even though they might try to tell themselves they've moved on, the truth is that your leaving bothers them in ways they won't even admit to themselves. At their core, they rely on something called narcissistic supply, which is the emotional support they get from other people to keep their low self-esteem up. It's not just about praise or respect. It's about using other people to support a skewed view of oneself. When you leave, that source is cut off all of a sudden, making them face an emptiness they've been avoiding their whole lives. But this isn't just any emptiness. It's a deep one that can't be filled by outside approval or new supply. That's the kind of emptiness that makes them want power, attention, and praise all the time. In a strange way, the person they threw away or thought wasn't important is often the one whose loss they feel the most. They felt stable and accepted when you were there, which is something they can't easily get back. You might wonder, though, why they didn't value you when you were still alive if they miss you so much. The reason is that they can't deal with their feelings in a good way. Narcissists are very good at putting the blame for their problems on other people. They don't have enough emotional depth to really value the ties they make, so they often see relationships as business deals instead of emotional bonds. They don't see it as the loss of something important when you leave. They see it as a personal failure and a hole in the perfect front they've worked so hard to build. This is why, at first, they might not feel sad or guilty. It's more likely that they'll be angry, not care, or try very hard to replace you. These are defense systems meant to keep them from facing the painful truth. Without you, there is a hole in their lives that they can't easily fill. It's not about finding happiness or satisfaction that they're trying to move on quickly, whether it's through new relationships or other things that take their attention away. They're just a desperate attempt to avoid facing how weak you are now that you've left. It's not about finding someone better where they replace you. It's about getting back the control and supply they feel is going through their fingers. How quickly they try to fill that hole will not change how much they miss you. The new sources of approval they look for will never quite live up to you because they don't have the same level of depth, understanding, and security. They may make you wonder, do they miss you for who you are, or do they miss having power over you? This is a very important difference. A lot of the time, narcissists mix up love and power. Their thoughts aren't based on real love or an emotional connection. They are connected to how you made them feel about themselves instead. They miss how you helped their weak ego by giving them your full attention and energy. They don't miss you like a healthy person would miss a family member or friend. They do not miss your company, your laughter, or the things that made you special. What they really want is the emotional power they used to have over you, the power to control how you feel and the terms of the relationship. They have to face something they've been avoiding, their own weakness because you're not there. They spend their whole lives trying to hide their deepest fears, but without you, they have to face them. They hate this truth, not because they miss you, but because they miss the power and control you gave them. Because they count on other people to keep up their image, their world gets colder and emptier when you're not there to play your part. Even if they don't say it out loud, the hole you leave behind will keep eating away at them, shaking the very foundations of the world they have carefully built. Even the most self-centered ego starts to see the cracks in their carefully kept front as time goes on. A small understanding starts to form, but they won't say it, probably not even to themselves. As they discover that their efforts to replace you aren't giving them the satisfaction they were hoping for, the illusion of superiority and control starts to fall apart. No one else could have played the part you did and given me the security and support you did. You were more than just a person in their life. You kept their image together without them knowing it, but you were a calming force in their crazy inner world. But this understanding isn't based on love or regret. It's caused by anger. They're mad that they can't find someone else who plays along with their plan so well. The truth is that narcissists are always looking for approval, which keeps their weak egos full. They lose an important source of that stock when you leave. Even though they might try to play down on how important your loss is, they can't deny how much it changes their lives. You were an important part of their ability to stay in charge of their story, their surroundings, and the people they were with. You're no longer here, though. And now that you're not there, their carefully built world starts to fall apart. They are frantically trying to fix things and get back to what they had. But every time they try, they fail. When they bring new people into their lives, at first it seems like great replacements, but soon it becomes clear that they can't give them the same benefits you did. These relationships are shallow, and the people in them are deeply unhappy. They are comparing everyone to you, even though they won't say it, because they know deep down that what they lost can't just be replaced. So, do narcissists really care that you're not there? Weird things happen when you ask that question. In a way, your leaving does change their lives, mess up their plans, and upset the balance they've been counting on. They hate losing someone who made them feel important, acknowledged, and significant. But there's a catch. Their care isn't based on love. Not because I miss you, but because I missed the source you gave me. They want the power, approval, and ego boost that you gave them. They don't see relationships as a way to love or bond. They see them as power plays. For them, losing you is a blow to their sense of control, and it's not easy to forget. But here's the catch. They don't care the way you think they do. Their feelings are only about getting what you gave them, and their connection is only to that. The thing you did is what they miss, not you. It's important to know the difference between these two things as you deal with the effects of being with them. How they treated you never changed how valuable you were. Their emotional immaturity shows in the fact that they can't love, respect, or value you. It tells you a lot about their flaws, not yours. Narcissists are stuck in a cycle of self-interest and manipulation that will never end. They can't make the deep connections that good relationships need. You have done more than just escape by leaving. You have broken free from that bad cycle. You've taken back your freedom, which is the first step toward healing and restoring yourself. At the same time, the narcissist stays stuck in their own nothingness. Even if they act sure of themselves or not interested, there is a deep void inside them that gets bigger every time a link fails. This sadness will stay with them long after you've moved on. They have to deal with the hole you left, not you. By leaving their life, you've not only protected your own health, but you've also given yourself time to find your true worth, away from their lies. Do they wish they hadn't lost you? Maybe, but it's a sorrow that's mixed up with their never-ending need for approval and control. They may feel your loss, but don't expect them to think deeply or change. Narcissists are known for not wanting to be self-aware and not being able to see the link between their actions and the results they get. They'll look for a new source of supply, while knowing that what they had with you was special. But admitting this doesn't mean feeling bad about what you did. They are just aware of what they can't have anymore. Leaving a narcissist isn't just a way to get away. It's also a way to protect yourself. Healing, getting to know yourself, and living a life that's yours are all steps you can take now. The narcissist may feel the loss, but they are the ones who own that sadness. Because of the choices they've made, they can't make real, caring relationships with others. You, on the other hand, can build a life based on honesty, respect, and love without having to deal with their lies. Now is your chance to take back your story, live your life the way you want to, and remember that their failure to see it never defined your worth. Remember this as we talk about this very personal and powerful subject. The narcissist's failure to see your worth doesn't make you who you are. Your strength is that you can leave, see when someone is acting badly, and start over with your life on your own terms. While they may miss you, remember that you are much more than the part they tried to limit you to. If this message spoke to you, please like, share, and subscribe to get more ideas and insights. Tell someone about it if they need support and guidance on their path. We can build a group of support, healing, and strength if we work together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. This is the disgusting behavior when a narcissist is in the bathroom. When we think of narcissists, we often picture them as self-absorbed individuals who crave attention, admiration, and validation. They are the types of people who need to be the center of attention, whether it's at a party, in a meeting, or even in the smallest of social interactions. But did you ever stop to consider how a narcissist behaves in the most private and personal of spaces, the bathroom? It might seem like an odd question, but the truth is, the behavior of a narcissist in a bathroom can give us a shocking glimpse into their deeply ingrained sense of entitlement, self-obsession, and lack of empathy. In fact, the bathroom, a place meant for personal care and hygiene, can sometimes reveal the ugliest, most disturbing aspects of their personality. At first glance, the bathroom might seem like an unlikely place to observe a narcissist's true character. After all, this is a private space, one that we usually associate with personal routines, cleanliness, and reflection. But when you take a closer look at the way narcissists interact with this intimate space, you'll notice behaviors that are deeply unsettling, behaviors that reflect their need to dominate, control, and manipulate others in even the most mundane situations. The bathroom, much like the narcissist's interaction with the outside world, is an extension of their warped view of themselves and their inflated sense of superiority. From their habits to their treatment of others, the bathroom can become a place where their toxic traits emerge in full force. In this video, we will explore the disgusting and disturbing behaviors exhibited by narcissists when they are in the bathroom. These behaviors go beyond mere vanity and arrogance. They reveal a deeper pattern of selfishness, entitlement, and disregard for others. So let's take a deeper dive into the ways narcissists can transform the simple act of using a bathroom into a power struggle, a display of control, and even an avenue for manipulation. Have you ever noticed how a narcissist acts when no one is watching? It might seem trivial, but the way a narcissist behaves when they're in a private space like a bathroom can speak volumes about their overall character. The bathroom is one of those rare spaces where they are supposed to be alone, yet their behavior there often mirrors how they treat others in every other part of their lives. You might expect that the bathroom would be an isolated, private refuge where they can be themselves. But instead, for a narcissist, this space becomes yet another stage for their need for superiority, control, and manipulation. Do you find yourself constantly picking up after someone, making sure everything is neat and pristine, but the narcissist in your life still finds ways to disrupt your peace, even in the most intimate of settings? They may not physically be present, but their influence lingers like an odor in the air. It's not just about personal hygiene, it's about control, dominance, and emotional manipulation. Imagine a scenario where you've carefully cleaned up the bathroom, only for it to become an unrecognizable mess moments later. For a narcissist, this disruption isn't just about a lack of consideration for cleanliness. It's about leaving their mark, asserting their dominance, and showing their disregard for others. Ever caught them in the act of overindulging in the bathroom, turning something as simple as personal care into a display of grandiosity? This is one of the most common, yet highly disturbing behaviors of narcissists in the bathroom. Whether it's taking an excessively long time in the shower or overusing toiletries to an extreme, a narcissist will often indulge themselves without any thought for others. It's not just about wanting to look their best. It's about their need to be admired, even in the most private settings. They might take hour-long showers just to enjoy the feeling of being pampered and indulged. If you've ever experienced this, you know the frustration of waiting for them to finish while they take their sweet time, oblivious to the fact that others need to use the space as well. The narcissist may act like they have no concept of time, because in their mind, they are more important than anyone else. The bathroom, as a personal space, becomes an extension of their inflated sense of self-worth. They may even refuse to share the space with others, leaving you feeling as if you are intruding on their world. The longer they take, the more they reinforce the idea that their time, comfort, and needs are infinitely more important than yours. Have you ever had a narcissist demand that you respect their bathroom rituals, even when they are blatantly inconsiderate? This behavior can range from insisting on using the bathroom in a very specific way to completely disregarding any shared responsibilities. In shared living spaces, narcissists often create rigid and unreasonable rules around the bathroom, expecting others to adhere to their whims and rituals. Perhaps they insist on using specific towels, soaps, or even the temperature of the water. Their sense of entitlement extends beyond just their use of the space. They expect everyone else to respect their preferences as if they were the only person who matters. But when it's time for them to clean up after themselves, don't expect any consideration. The bathroom might look like a disaster zone after they've used it, with towels thrown on the floor, toothpaste smeared everywhere, and hair clippings scattered around the sink. The narcissist's sense of superiority means they believe the rules don't apply to them. They don't feel the need to clean up after themselves, leaving others to take on that responsibility. This behavior might not seem like much, but it reveals their deep lack of empathy for others. Their entitlement to the bathroom becomes an expression of their disregard for others' comfort and needs. Have you ever felt like the bathroom is the one place where a narcissist's lack of empathy truly shines? The way a narcissist treats the bathroom is a perfect metaphor for how they treat people in general. In the bathroom, there's no one watching, and they don't have to put on a show of being charming or likable. This is where their true lack of empathy and consideration comes to the forefront. They don't care about leaving a mess behind, just like they don't care about leaving emotional chaos in their wake. To them, the bathroom is just another space to indulge in their selfish desires, and they expect others to pick up the pieces. This disregard for personal responsibility often extends beyond their own actions. Narcissists tend to make a mess and leave it for others to clean up, whether it's because they are too absorbed in their own needs or because they feel entitled to other people's labor. The bathroom, for them, becomes a perfect symbol of their belief that others exist to serve them, and their need for attention extends into every area of their life, even when they are alone. Narcissists and the destructive power of their bathroom habits. So, what happens when you challenge their behavior? What happens when you ask them to be considerate or point out how their actions are affecting you? Most narcissists will respond with either outrage or complete dismissal. The narcissist doesn't care about your needs. They only care about theirs. When you try to confront them about their messy or inconsiderate behavior in the bathroom, they may accuse you of being overly critical or needy. It's not about improving their behavior. It's about silencing your concerns and keeping their sense of entitlement intact. Narcissists often thrive in environments where they can dominate others, and the bathroom is no exception. Whether it's leaving a mess behind or taking up all the time they want, they don't feel the need to compromise or take others' feelings into account. In their world, there is no room for compromise or shared responsibility. The bathroom becomes an extension of their larger view of the world, a place where they come first, and everyone else is secondary. This is the disgusting reality of living with or around a narcissist. It's not just about their behavior in public. It's about how they treat the most personal and intimate spaces in their lives. Their lack of empathy, their inflated sense of superiority, and their entitlement can turn something as simple as bathroom etiquette into a battle for control. Breaking free from a narcissist's hold, taking back control. So, what can you do when you find yourself trapped in a relationship or a living situation with a narcissist who treats you like a servant or an afterthought, even in the bathroom? The first step is recognizing the pattern of behavior and understanding that this is not your fault. Narcissists are master manipulators who thrive on control, and their toxic habits spill over into every area of life. The bathroom may seem like a small issue in the grand scheme of things, but it's a reflection of a much larger problem. Setting boundaries, learning to assert yourself, and seeking support from trusted friends or professionals are all key steps in reclaiming your peace and well-being. You don't have to tolerate being treated with disrespect or being made to feel small, even in something as mundane as bathroom rituals. Recognizing the toxic behavior is the first step to breaking free from it. It may be difficult, but it is possible to protect your space, your mental health, and your dignity. Thank you for taking the time to watching this video. If you've ever experienced this kind of behavior from a narcissist, know that you're not alone. Their disgusting habits in spaces as private as the bathroom are just a glimpse into a much deeper issue. A lack of empathy, respect, and self-awareness. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with others who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share. Together, we can raise awareness and help others navigate the complexities of dealing with narcissistic behavior. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness in every part of your life, even in the bathroom.